Let's get to Eunice Yoon in Beijing. After a wild week of protests and COVID developments in China, Eunice, this has been the story we've all been kind of paying a lot of attention to, and you have been covering it so well. How do things feel right now there?
Becky, I don't know if you could see behind me, but there are a whole bunch of boxes behind this COVID testing station. And I'm wondering, because they've started to pack it up, if you and I are going to continue to see these COVID testing stations around the city. Beijing today announced that it's no longer going to require negative 48-hour COVID tests for public transport as of Monday. And it's just one of many cities across the country that have been announcing a relaxation of their COVID testing requirements, from the northern port city of Tianjin to the central Chinese city of Zhengzhou, of course known as iPhone City, and then Guangzhou and Shenzhen in the south, both important export centers. Now, separately, Chinese official media have said that health authorities here have announced a hard target date to get the very elderly vaccinated. This would be the end of January, to get more than 90% of those over the age of 80 shot with one dose. This is really up from 77% as of this week. Now, part of the plan is to target nursing homes as well as senior tour groups, but no mention, though, of mandate or foreign vaccines. The other interesting development has been that the public has been quite relieved by these measures, but also there's been a mix of trepidation as well. Some sellers of antigen tests and N95 masks have said that they've seen a jump in their sales as people look to protect themselves against what they anticipate to be a surge in COVID. Even though nationwide, guys, the numbers have actually dropped, at least in terms of the new reported cases. But of course, we don't know why that might be, since so many places are not testing anymore. Right.
It's the same sort of timeline that a lot of places went through a couple of years ago in the rest of the world. Eunice, I guess it's not overstating it at this point. We've probably seen enough this week to say, okay, this looks like the beginning of the end of the zero COVID policy.
Well, it looks as though it's the beginning. We don't know how long it's going to take for us to actually get to the end, because on the one hand, the authorities are sending this signal. They're saying that they want to be able to relax the COVID policy. I mean, they don't say that themselves. They say they're optimizing it, but they're sticking to zero COVID. But they are, in fact, in terms of their actions, relaxing it. However, there is a big fear about a possible uptick in COVID cases, and it's still a big question as to what the authorities are going to do at that stage, whether or not they would follow through with some very harsh lockdowns as they have in the past, or if they're much more nervous about the public pushback that we've been seeing with the protests and how that all factors in, or maybe the public at that stage, if there's a crazy outbreak here, would actually go along with these lockdowns. So it's still a big question as to where things are going to head.